Parkinson's disease is a pervasive and progressive neurological condition that affects millions. In today's video, we'll explore some of the tragic stories of famous celebrities impacted by Parkinson's. Michael J. Fox. The iconic actor who stole hearts in Back to the Future is one of the most famous people in the world living with Parkinson's. He's the proud recipient of numerous awards, including 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards, 4 Golden Globes, and 5 Primetime Emmys. He received his Parkinson's diagnosis in 1991, at a time when the disease was not yet widely understood. Fox initially struggled with depression and turned to alcohol to cope. In 1998, he made the decision to go public with his diagnosis and use his platform to raise awareness and funds for Parkinson's disease research. In 2000, he founded the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research, a nonprofit organization dedicated to discovering a cure for the disease. The foundation has since invested over $1 billion in funding for Parkinson's, making it the largest nonprofit funder of Parkinson's research in the world. Muhammad Ali. Also known as the People's Champion, he was a boxing legend who left an indelible mark on the sport. But 3 years after retiring, he received the diagnosis that would change his life. Parkinson's disease struck the fighter hard, forcing him to step out of the spotlight and take on a new role as an advocate for the disease. Throughout the 2000s, Ali tirelessly worked to raise funds for Parkinson's research. He became a symbol of hope for people suffering from the disease, and his tireless advocacy efforts helped to bring global attention to the disorder. In recognition of his efforts, the Muhammad Ali Parkinson Center was established in Phoenix. The center is dedicated to providing care and resources to individuals and families affected by Parkinson's disease. Ali's fight against the disease ended in June 2016, but his legacy will forever be remembered as a shining example of courage, perseverance, and dedication to making the world a better place. Brian Grant. Grant is a former NBA star who had an illustrious career spanning 12 years. He played for the Heat, Portland Trail Blazers, and LA Lakers. In 1999, Grant received the J. Walter Kennedy Citizenship Award in recognition of his exceptional service and unwavering commitment to his community. But in November of 2005, at age 33, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. Despite the initial shock and despair, he reached out to other famous personalities living with it, such as Muhammad Ali and Michael J. Fox. In 2009, he made his diagnosis public and has since become an advocate for Parkinson's disease awareness and research. He established the Brian Grant Foundation in 2010, which aims to empower those affected by Parkinson's to lead fulfilling and active lives. Neil Diamond. Diamond is a legendary singer-songwriter who's had a remarkable career spanning over 5 decades. Having sold more than 130 million records, he's achieved chart-topping success on the adult contemporary and Hot 100 charts 10 times and has earned a prestigious induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In 2018, Diamond revealed his retirement from touring following a diagnosis of Parkinson's. He had to cancel shows in Australia and New Zealand scheduled for March of that year. Despite the diagnosis, Diamond remained active and committed to staying productive. He continued to take his medication and do his workouts and had the support of his wife and friends. In spite of his initial retirement announcement, Diamond surprised fans with a performance at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas in 2020. He told the crowd he was feeling great and gave them an unforgettable show. He also sang Sweet Caroline at a Boston Red Sox game in June of 2022. Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy is an iconic figure in the world of heavy metal music, best known as lead singer for Black Sabbath. With over 100 million albums sold throughout his career with Black Sabbath and as a solo artist, Osbourne has received numerous awards for his music, including a Grammy and an induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In February 2019, he was diagnosed with Parkinson's. He publicly announced his diagnosis in January 2020 and subsequently canceled his North American tour to focus on treatment. In an interview with The Guardian in August 2022, he opened up about his struggles with the disease, describing the sensation of walking around with lead boots and difficulty lifting his feet. He continues to serve as an example to many despite his diagnosis. Alda. Alan is a highly respected actor known for his iconic role as Captain Benjamin Hawkeye Pierce in the classic series MASH. With a career spanning over 5 decades, he's appeared in numerous other TV shows and movies and has received numerous awards, including 6 Primetime Emmys and 6 Golden Globes. In 2018, he revealed he'd been diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2015. Despite the challenges that come with the condition, Alda has remained positive and continues to pursue his passion. He's acted, given talks, and even started a new podcast, inspiring others with his resilience and determination. In the 2019 film Marriage Story, Alda's shaking hands were left visible on screen, a decision praised by many for its honesty and authenticity. George H.W. Bush. George Bush, the 41st President of the United States, had a long and distinguished career in public service. As a Republican, Bush served as Vice President under Ronald Reagan before winning the presidency in 1988. During his presidency, which lasted from 1989 to 1993, Bush oversaw the end of the Cold War, the reunification of Germany, the Gulf War, and the signing of NAFTA. In the later years of his life, however, he suffered from a variety of physical issues that affected his mobility and speech. He had weak legs, balance issues, a slow gait, and relied on a walker or motorized scooter to move around. Additionally, he had difficulty speaking, and his face appeared to be fixed in a strained smile. It was eventually revealed Bush had been diagnosed with vascular Parkinsonism, a condition that is thought to be caused by mini strokes that damage the same parts of the brain affected by Parkinson's disease. Linda Ronstadt. Linda is a renowned singer who rose to fame as lead vocalist of the Stone Ponies in the 1960s. With her rich soprano vocals, she became a beloved icon of the music industry. But in 2013, she revealed to AARP the magazine that she'd been diagnosed with Parkinson's. She explained her diagnosis came after 2 tick bites in the 1980s, which led to a decline in her health. She initially believed her inability to sing was due to muscular or mechanical issues, but her Parkinson's diagnosis provided the reason for her struggles. She explained to AARP that no one could sing with Parkinson's disease, no matter how hard they try. Her musical legacy endures in spite of her disability. A recent documentary, Linda Ronstadt, The Sound of My Voice, explores her impact on the industry and her enduring legacy. Kirk Gibson. Gibson is a former MLB player and manager who's best known for hitting a memorable home run in Game 1 of the 1988 World Series. In 2015, it was announced Gibson had been diagnosed with Parkinson's, but he's continued to work as color commentator for the Detroit Tigers. He has spoken about his condition and emphasized that it's not a death sentence and that a course of action can be taken to manage the disease. Janet Reno. Reno made history as the first woman to serve as U.S. Attorney General from 1993 to 2001. But in 1995, she received another kind of attention when she was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease at age 55. She became aware of the condition after experiencing tremors in her left hand. Despite taking medication to control her symptoms, her Parkinson's continued to advance. But she didn't let her condition stop from continuing to make an impact. She passed away in November 2016 at age 78, leaving behind a legacy as a trailblazing woman in the U.S. government and a reminder that Parkinson's disease does not have to define one's life. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you know of any other celebrities or public figures who have battled Parkinson's? Let us know in the comments section below.